Ashley.
And Nick.
And we are going to be doing another challenge for you. It's going to take about 15 minutes, and this one's for your core, okay? So the way that today's going to work is that we're going to have 45 seconds of a strength exercise, and it's going to be followed by 25 seconds of burnout, which is going to come in the form of a hold or just really small movements just to kind of get that extra little burn in, okay? We have 5 exercises. We're going to do it twice, and it'll be over before you know it. The first exercise we're going to do will be on your forearms, so let's get down to the ground. On your forearms, we're going to do a dolphin press to hip dips. Our burnout is going to come in the form of a high plank hold, okay?
Ready.
Bell's going to ring in 3 seconds. Good luck.
Let's
Here
go.
we go. So, dolphin press, we're going to lift and lower our hips. Once you find your plank again, we're going to dip that right hip to the ground, dip that left hip to the floor, and back to the top with our dolphin press to hip dips. So basically, you have 3 movements here. 1 is a dolphin press, and 2 are hip dips. Now, once you do your hip dips, we are trying to come back to a neutral plank position. You never want to arch that low back. So you're spending a second making sure that you have a strong plank position. We have 15 seconds left doing this exercise. I'm going to challenge you guys without letting your knees touch the floor when we hear that bell ring. Can you get into a high plank position? We're just going to hold the high plank. Here we go. On your hands, your shoulders are over your wrists, shoulders are over your fingertips. We're pulling our belly button up towards our spine, and you're staying here for the next 15 seconds. Push through the floor. We're trying to work to that bell rings. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and we are done.
I feel my core working.
Yeah. Me too. Okay.
Just holding like that.
Have a seat on your bottoms. We're going to be doing seated tabletop position, and we're just going to move our arms around a bit. Sounds easy, but it's
Not
not.
easy.
Feet up. Legs are parallel to the ground. We're going to reach that right arm up to the ceiling, keeping a nice flat back the whole time. Bring those arms back down. Let's go ahead and reach that left arm. Now we're trying to increase that range of motion. While we bring that arm up overhead, you're trying to maintain this flat back, right? It's really easy to round that lower back. Keep your shoulders pulling towards that back wall. Now, if anybody needs a challenge, I think you're kind of crazy if you don't feel the burn. You can either straighten your legs out, which requires a little bit of flexibility, or we can take both arms up overhead, which is really hard for me to do. Take both arms up overhead
So hard.
without falling down. All right, here we go.
That's balance,
Lay down
too.
on your back. We have bicycle abs. Hands behind your head, elbow to opposite knee. One leg is parallel to the floor as we crunch side to side. Whew. All right, low back is glued to the floor the whole time. Trying to avoid that arching that might be happening here.
I feel it.
Burns.
I love the burn. It's a good burn.
All right.
It's hardcore.
Are you ready to get into a side plank position? So we're going to be on our right forearm right now. We have side plank crunches into shoulder taps. Now, both feet together, we're going to lift our hips off the floor. We're going to bring elbow to our knees, keeping our hips at the same height throughout these, keeping your elbows towards your knees. So we're trying to avoid lifting and lowering our hips here. That elbow is supporting your shoulder, so make sure it's under your shoulder.
Feel the side of my body facing the mat.
Perfect.
On fire.
Obliques, right?
Yeah.
If you need to modify, put that bottom knee on the floor and keep up with these crunches. We want that right oblique to feel the burn here. And then not forgetting about our low back. So we never want to arch that back. Tuck that imaginary tail between your legs. Relax your shoulders. Get into a high plank position. We have shoulder taps for the next 20 seconds. When we do these shoulder taps, you want to pretend like you're balancing a cup of water on your back. So you never want to let that cup of water spill over. We have 10 more seconds. Steady hips. Want to race, Nick?
No.
Here we go. Come on, Nick. Oh gosh. Good job.
That was hard.
Hi, puppy.
Okay. Let's work out with us.
All right, come onto your left side. Left arm. Feet together, hips up. Right Come up. Here we go. Elbow to knee. And elbow to knee. Good. Really strong left shoulder here. You want that full range of motion. Try your best with that elbow to touch your knee. Now, how can we do this without letting our bodies twist?
Core. Engage the core.
Belly button to spine. No arching in your low back. Let's take that modified stance if you feel like your low back's starting to arch. If you need some support, we have options. Good. Getting ready to come into a high plank position for those shoulder taps. Here we go, shoulder taps. Steady hips. The further your feet are spread, the easier it will be to keep those hips steady. If you want a challenge, get your feet together.
It's hard enough.
8 seconds left. Your wrists are delicate. Put them down gently. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I think I saved the best for last because we have reverse burpees. Reverse burpees, you're going to start in a standing position.
Does it mean it's like not hard like a burpee?
It is hard like a burpee. If you need to modify, you're going to do sit-ups, okay? Right off the bat, you're going to do sit-ups. Now, we're going to have a seat on the floor. Hips are going to lift off the ground. They're going to try to stand up. Now, it's important that we stand with our feet hip width apart the whole time, okay? So we're going to fall back, roll onto your back, hips lift, and we stand.
It's really hard.
This isn't just about, you can keep going. This isn't just about core strength. If you feel like your hips just aren't as mobile or flexible as you want them to be, that might be stopping you from standing up too, okay? So remember, sit-ups are a great option if you can't get to do this one. All right, stand up, take a wide stance, sit into your imaginary chairs, and we're gonna hold a squat. Now when we hold a squat, not only are you gonna feel that burn in your quads, but you're gonna feel a burn in your abs, okay? So we're gonna think belly button to spine. Nobody should be arching their backs. Your butt should not be sticking up to the ceiling. We have 10 more seconds left, and we're gonna hold. Who can get their hips 1 inch lower? Here we go, get those hips down. 3, 2, 1. Holy moly, good job.
That's a good sequence.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, we're gonna take a little water break. Let them join us once more.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Get a sip of water, towel off,
Yes.
catch your breath. All right, let's do it again.
Okay, so we're only gonna do this one more time, I promise.
Same
Ready?
moves.
Same moves.
Same
moves. Same exact thing, except we're gonna try to do them a little better now, right? So we know all the cues. The goal is to last the entire time till the bell rings. You already know what to expect. So let's just finish it.
I'm ready.
Okay? Come onto your forearms or elbows. Dolphin press to hip dips. If you need to modify, put your knees on the floor. Here we go. Hips lift, flat back, and then we're gonna come into some hip dips, right hip to the floor, left hip to the floor, and back up, all right? Good. Increasing that range of motion will make this one more challenging.
Crack my back. Felt good.
So remember, we're trying to come back to that neutral plank position. We have less than 10 seconds here. But remember, when we transition to that high plank hold, we want to keep those knees off the floor. Here we go. High plank. Hands on the floor, shoulders over wrists, belly button to spine. We're pushing through the ground. You never want to let that low back arch, never want to release the shoulder blade. So push and tuck. 10 more seconds. Whew.
Planks are not easy.
I know, not after that. 3, 2, 1, done. You never have to do that for the rest
Up today.
of this challenge.
Maybe.
All right, seated overhead extensions. Static holds are really hard when you're not moving very much.
This is the first one.
Yeah. All right, feet off the floor. Try to tabletop your legs, pull your knees into your chest, flat back. Once everything checks out, we're gonna start to extend your arms. Right arm comes up overhead, pushing your range of motion. Try not to rush through this one. You're gonna feel this. If you start to rush those arms, you're no longer engaging your core. Okay, it doesn't make the timer go any faster. We have about 20 seconds left here. I'm gonna start to make this one a little bit more challenging by straightening my legs out. You can join me if you want to, modify if you want to. We have 10 more seconds. Pull that belly button to your spine. Relax your shoulders. Getting ready for some bicycle abs in 5. Here we go. On your back, hands behind your head, elbow to opposite knee. If you need to modify, feet down, support your back, and continue the upper body movements. Good. You got this. Trying to avoid straining your neck. You don't want to pull too hard. Work is coming from your abs, not your neck. Oh gosh. Whew. That's the most fun.
That one's fine. I hate the static hold one.
Yeah. Okay, side plank crunches. On that right side, right hip on the floor. Everything lifts. Woo, here we go. Elbow to knee and back out. Elbow to knee and back out. So I can feel my body twisting already. I know I'm getting tired. So I'm just gonna modify. There's no shame in that, right?
Modified plenty.
Elbow to knee. Just a reminder about your low back. We tend to forget when we're thinking about how much pain we're in. Pretend like you have a tail, tuck that tail between your legs. Getting ready for that high plank position, shoulder taps. Tapping your opposite shoulder. Whew. All right, we're off the chair. Here it is. High plank position. Let's go, Nick. Tap, tap, tap. 20 seconds. Really quiet when you land back down to the ground. Are your hips twisting? You don't want them to. 3. Good job holding that plank. That was not easy. All right. Here we go. On your left.
Sorry.
All right, hips up. Let's go. Everything's squared off, right? Shoulders are forward. Hips are pointing forward. Elbow under shoulder. Modifying if you need to by putting that bottom left knee on the floor. This side's stronger than the other.
Yeah. Well, mine's.
All right, keep it going here. We have 10 more seconds left. Looking strong. High plank position for the last time today. Shoulder taps. Here we go. Shoulder taps. Oh my goodness.
On a race?
Last 10, go. I'm winning. I just lapped you. Steady hips. Oh my gosh. Jeez. I think you won that one. I tapped out early. Okay, now time to have some fun.
Tapped out early.
Okay, reverse burpees. Get up.
This was fun.
It is fun. Here we go. Have a seat. Try to only lift your hips when your feet are pointing to the ceiling. We want to avoid folding in half. You got it. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Oh gosh, I'm getting tired.
Cheated on that one.
Push those palms down to the floor. You have about 10 more seconds left. Whew. Okay, get ready for your squat hold, okay? Last one. Let's go. Squat hold. Let's get those hips down. Go. Now when you're here, you should be able to wiggle your toes. If you can't wiggle your toes, your knees are gonna be hurting tomorrow. Send the weight back into your hips. Take deep breaths. Let's get those hips down. We have 10 more seconds. You're gonna hold. Quad burn. 5, 4,
Burns.
3, 2, 1. Done.
That was amazing.
It went by fast. You made it, and you are strong for it. Okay.
Great job.
Good job. Do those stretches. We'll see you soon.
See you next time.